quick that I thought I would bring up, and I don't know how this popped into my head, but I was reflecting back on my days when I was working for myself, doing animation projects, and the number of people who would contact me or I would find, and they were all looking for work, but it was for experience, so not for pay. When I was, younger and, just trying to get, quote-unquote, experience under my belt, that sounded like a good deal. I mean, I understand you have to work for experience, get experience on it, whatever. But, I guess moving into, for example, now I'm in this new field, right, on the coding side of the world, and what it is, I'm definitely doing things very differently. I mean, I'm not working for myself, but even if I was, the whole getting things for experience, not necessary. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time and resources. Because at the end of the day, you have a portfolio, you have example things you're going to show, and that's really what matters. So when it comes to, working for somebody else on their project, on their vision or goal or whatever, it's not really worth it, especially when you consider the fact that what ends up happening is the same kind of people who want you to work for experience are also the same kind of people that don't tend to necessarily always be the best clients. They're looking for the cheapest labor they can, and at the end of the day, that can, it might not always be the best working relationship like you think it's going to be. So, and it's different because you're not even being paid. So there's a lot more. Sometimes it's too lax, right? Where it's like, oh, we'll get this done or whatever. Or there's a lot of dreamers. Like I met a lot of people who like, oh, yes, it's gonna be great. It's like the next big thing. You do this now for free, and then later, when you start making money, then we'll go ahead and start paying you. And that happens a lot. But I just wanted to kind of bring that up. I don't know exactly why it popped into my head and I remember it, but that's definitely one thing that when I work for myself again, well, I plan on changing things up, not necessarily working for clients. But regardless, if you are doing the freelance thing, I did want to caution people about that, especially if you're newer into the field. Like I said, my experience, at least in regards to that, has been for animation and video and that kind of stuff, but I know for sure that it's a common trend across multiple things, and definitely with website design, that's definitely something that happens plenty. So don't get suckered into it. If you want to make things for your experience, build things for your experience, make your own stuff, solve your own problems, make your own site or program or whatever it is, something that solves an issue that you need to get fixed for yourself. And that is going to be, 1, more valuable to you, 2, more interesting to you, and 3, you're going to learn a lot of stuff. So the argument always is like, oh, well, if you don't have the experience, you won't learn all the new stuff, all the intricacies, and blah, 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 blah. No, that's not true. Like, when you're working on something, you are going to learn all of that stuff. The only argument that can be made about working for experience is when you're working in a team or with a team who are helping mentor you. That's a little different. So I work with a group, and they are the developers, and they can, help me out, and I can ask them a question or whatever. That's valuable to me. But at the same time, I am being paid for my time. I'm not just showing up for free and then not being paid for the time. And the reality is that when you're young, it's when you're fresh out of high school or college or whatever, it's easy to make the argument that, well, we'll go ahead and do this now because I'm young and it's okay. I gotta put in my time. But that's not really the case. Your time can definitely be more effectively used if you're doing it on your own and getting things done that way. So that's just my opinion, but having known now what I didn't know then, I quickly changed things up, but still, you're going to get a lot of people and a lot of offers for free work and promises for, you know, like, the number of times that I've been promised follow-up work, or I was going to be promised, like, oh, this is going to be big, it's going to be huge, and then you're going to be like the guy or whatever. I mean, everybody thinks that, and it's good that they at least, you know, have that passion, but you also find out that oftentimes people don't always know what's involved in some of the other parts of it. They have the idea, but that turns out to be it. So, anyways, thanks for watching. This is ChrisTheCodeChris.com. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know any feedback, any thoughts, any questions, whatever, anything I can do. All right. Have a nice day.